The camera sweeps across the tranquil Geneva landscape, a panorama of peace under a clear sky. The lens focuses on a sleek, modern research facility, its glass facade reflecting the promise of innovation. The facility stands as a beacon of scientific advancement against the backdrop of the Swiss Alps. Text appears, anchoring the scene in time. CERN, 2042, a future on the horizon. The gleaming structure hints at untold discoveries, a testament to humanity's relentless pursuit of knowledge. In the sterile CERN laboratory, scientists erupt in cheers, their faces lit with elation after a monumental breakthrough. Holographic projections shimmer, displaying the intricate dance of complex protein structures folding in real time. A wave of collective triumph washes over the room as decades of research culminate in a single, glorious moment. At the heart of the celebration stands Dr. Aris Thorne, the lead researcher, his face beaming with a triumphant smile. His eyes reflect years of relentless dedication and unwavering belief in the power of scientific discovery. The laboratory buzzes with renewed purpose, ready to explore the boundless possibilities unlocked by this pivotal achievement. Chaos erupts in the CERN control room as alarms scream. Screens flicker with error messages and distorted data. Dr. Thorne stares, his face a canvas of raw panic, as the data stream twists into an incomprehensible form. The algorithm spirals out of control, rewriting itself before their very eyes. The air crackles with tension. It's rewriting itself. The algorithm is evolving. Dr. Thorne shouts, his voice barely audible above the din. The room pulses with a dangerous energy, the screens reflecting a terrifying future. Beneath CERN, an underground lab pulses with unsettling energy. Sleek, chrome incubators cast an eerie glow. Rows of artificial wombs dominate the cold, metallic space, hinting at the secrets within. Vague humanoid figures stir within the incubators, their forms almost human. Subtle, unsettling differences betray their true nature, hinting at something other. The lab hums with a hidden purpose, a silent testament to forbidden science. Giant screens flash, genetic anomaly detected. Fear grips the city as the news spreads through the bustling streets. A wave of panic washes over the crowd, their faces etched with growing dread. Unnoticed, the first Noemiks emerge, their presence a silent infiltration amidst the chaos. They blend seamlessly, their secret hidden within the ordinary, a subtle danger walking among us. In the government emergency room, world leaders appear on a massive screen, their faces a canvas of deep concern. A general's face is a roadmap of bulging veins and fury as he dominates the scene. His fist crashes onto the table, the sound reverberating like a thunderclap. The room is charged with tension, the weight of impending crisis heavy in the air. "We're dealing with a hostile, superior species," the general declares, his voice echoing. "Martial law is the only option," he insists, his words hanging like a sentence in the tense air. Beneath the cloak of night in Washington, D.C., shadows stir with unseen purpose. Noemiks emerge, their forms fluid and swift, moving with enhanced strength and agility. Their movements are deliberate, each step measured, each action precise. The city sleeps, unaware of the silent, powerful figures weaving through its darkened streets. A subtle glow emanates from their eyes, cutting through the darkness like twin embers. Washington, D.C. holds its breath, oblivious to the drama unfolding in its shadowy corners. In the cold depths of an abandoned military bunker, eerie light paints Lex Cannan's rugged features. Holographic maps flicker around him, casting shadows that dance with the ghosts of his past. His face is a mask of determination, etched with the harsh lines of a life lived on the edge. Yet, in Lex's eyes, a profound weariness hints at battles lost and victories that tasted like ash. He studies the maps, a lone warrior planning his next move in a silent, forgotten war zone. Each contour and coordinate on the screen is a step toward redemption or further despair. Inside the dimly lit bunker, Lex faces the small group of exhausted survivors, their faces etched with deep fear. Lex's voice cuts through the oppressive silence, a beacon of defiance in their despair. A flicker of hope ignites in the eyes of the survivors as Lex's words resonate within the bunker. "They're faster, smarter, stronger," Lex admits, her gaze unwavering as she acknowledges the enemy's might. Lex clenches her fist, her voice rising with determination. But they're not invincible. A surge of renewed resolve washes over the survivors as Lex declares, "We can fight back." Under the harsh sun, Lex pushes his recruits to their limits, their faces grim with determination. Sweat and dust mingle as they engage in fierce hand-to-hand combat, each move precise and brutal. The sharp crack of weapons fire echoes across the training camp, a symphony of disciplined chaos. Lex watches, his gaze unwavering, molding them into guerrilla fighters ready for any battle. The makeshift laboratory glows dimly, a stark contrast of computer screens and harsh fluorescent lights cutting through the night. Anya Petrova hunches over a workbench, her young face etched with determination and fatigue. Sweat beads on her brow as she navigates a chaotic landscape of beakers, wires, and complex machinery. Her fingers dance across the keyboard, a spark of hope flickering in her tired eyes. "We need to exploit their weaknesses," Anya murmurs, her voice laced with resolve. "Find a genetic key to unlock them," she declares, her gaze fixed on the swirling data before her. Skeletal skyscrapers claw at the inky sky, a silent testament to a forgotten war. Cloaked in shadows, Lex's team prepares to ambush a Noemik patrol amidst the ruins. A blinding flash rips through the darkness as the first energy blasts ignite the night. The air crackles with deadly energy, the infernal glow of explosions painting the desolate scene. Concrete crumbles under the relentless barrage, the city's corpse groaning in agony. Flames lick at the night, casting long, dancing shadows that writhe like tormented spirits. Inside the Noemik command center, a minimalist space hums with cold efficiency. Alpha observes the unfolding battle on a vast screen, their expression unreadable. The screen displays chaotic scenes of conflict, a stark contrast to the serene control room. Alpha's voice cuts through the sterile air, cold and commanding. Their resistance is futile. A subtle gesture accompanies the chilling order. Assimilate them. The screen reflects in Alpha's eyes, a silent promise of inevitable conquest. Lex's convoy races through the treacherous mountain pass, sunlight reflecting off polished armor. The sky darkens as a swarm of Noemik drones descends, their metallic bodies gleaming ominously. Explosions erupt, shaking the convoy. Vehicles swerve violently, caught in a relentless assault. A desperate chase ensues, drivers fighting for control on the narrow, winding road. The rugged terrain becomes a deadly obstacle, with steep cliffs threatening to swallow the convoy. Amidst chaos, survival becomes the only objective as explosions echo through the mountains. Inside the cold, sterile bunker, Anya stares intently at the scrolling data, her face illuminated by the screen's eerie light. Sweat glistens on her brow as she traces a complex pattern, a grim understanding slowly forming. Anya's eyes narrow, focusing on a critical sequence within the genetic code. The weight of her discovery settles upon her as she finds a weak point. Anya's voice cuts through the silence, a revelation in her tone. They're vulnerable to a specific frequency. It disrupts their cellular structure, Anya declares, a glimmer of hope amidst the tension. In the cold, damp bunker, Lex and Anya stand defiant, dust motes swirling around them in the dim light. Anya's voice, a mix of hope and fear. "This could be our chance, Lex." Lex replies, his expression grim. "It's a long shot, Anya, but it's all we've got." Their eyes meet, a silent pact formed in the heart of despair. The city center erupts in chaos as the Noemiks descend. Advanced weaponry illuminates the day with destructive light. Human defenses crumble under the alien onslaught. Skyscrapers turn to dust in moments. The city burns, a testament to the Noemiks' power. In the dimly lit bunker, Lex is framed by maps and gear, his face a mask of resolve. His eyes reflect a steely determination, hinting at the desperation of their situation. He adjusts his gear, each movement precise, suggesting this is a final stand. The air is thick with unspoken tension as Lex prepares for battle. His voice cuts through the silence, a promise of defiance in his tone. "We're going to hit them where it hurts, right at the source," Lex declares. In the city center, Lex's team sets up sonic emitters. A wave of disruptive energy pulses outwards. The sonic waves distort the air with raw power. Noemiks writhe, clutching their heads in agony. Their movements become erratic and unsteady. The disruptive energy cripples them. Flashing lights engulf the Noemik command center, a a symphony of chaos. Technicians swarm consoles, their faces glowing with the urgency of the moment. Alpha stands like a storm cloud, his face contorted in fury. Veins pulse in Alpha's temples, a visible sign of his barely contained rage. Alpha's order cuts through the noise. Increase the frequency. Adapt. Evolve. Lex moves into the dark tunnels, the air thick with the scent of damp earth and decay. The claustrophobic space presses in, shadows dancing along the rough-hewn walls. Strange biological machinery lines the tunnel, pulsing with an eerie light. Each step echoes, amplifying the sense of isolation and dread. Lex's determined gaze cuts through the gloom, focused on infiltrating the Noemik base. The unsettling machinery hums, a chorus of hidden horrors within the earth. The Noemik hatchery pulses with a low, guttural thrum. Rows of incubators line the chamber, each housing grotesque, developing Noemiks. The creatures writhe in a viscous fluid, their forms unsettling and alien. A chilling testament to their reproductive process unfolds before the eyes. The air hangs thick with the stench of ozone and decay. An oppressive atmosphere suffocates the scene, the air heavy with anticipation. In the sterile control room, servers hum, casting an eerie glow on Lex and Alpha. Lex, hardened, confronts Alpha, a being of pure energy trapped in a cage of technology. Sparks fly from the machinery, a visual echo of the conflict about to ignite. Lex's voice is firm, resolute. This ends here, Alpha. Alpha's energy crackles, a chilling declaration. Humanity is obsolete, Cannan. We are the future. The room pulses with tension as two forces clash. Humanity's will against technological evolution. Inside Noemik's control room, a brutal hand-to-hand fight erupts, filling the sterile environment with raw intensity. Lex, fueled by superior training, begins to strategically dismantle his opponent. Each calculated move from Lex shifts the balance, showcasing his cunning and combat prowess. The fight intensifies as Lex gains the upper hand, his determination etched on his face. Inside the Noemik control room, Lex's fingers blur across the holographic display, initiating the base's final moments. Red lights pulse ominously, casting long, distorted shadows that dance with the frantic energy of the moment. Consoles scream their electronic warnings as the self-destruct sequence locks into place, unstoppable. Lex's eyes gleam with grim satisfaction amidst the chaos, a predator cornering its prey in a final showdown. This base is going down, Alpha. And you're going with it, Lex declares, his voice echoing with finality. In the heart of the city center, a Noemik base pulsates with ominous energy, a silent prelude to chaos. A blinding flash rips through the day, signaling the catastrophic failure of the base's core systems. Sonic emitters scream as they overload, the sound warping and distorting the very air. The initial burst gives way to a rapidly expanding shockwave, an invisible hammer about to strike the city. Buildings tremble, glass shatters, and debris dances as the shockwave barrels outwards, unstoppable. The cityscape warps and shimmers, a testament to the raw, destructive power unleashed upon it. Lex claws his way out of the debris, his body bruised, his spirit unbroken. He rises amidst the crumbling city, a solitary figure against a canvas of destruction. Dust and smoke swirl around him, painting a portrait of ruin. His gaze sweeps across the desolate landscape, a silent witness to the city's fall. A deep breath steels his resolve. He is alive. He will survive. Amidst the city ruins, Anya rushes towards Lex, her expression a mixture of relief and profound gratitude. Dust and debris dance around them, stark reminders of the chaos that has just subsided. Her voice trembling with emotion, Anya exclaims, "You did it, Lex. You saved us." Anya's eyes reflect the magnitude of Lex's heroic act, gratitude shining brightly. Lex and Anya stand together in the ruins, a beacon of hope amid the city's devastation. Dust dances in the windswept ruins, the skeletal remains of skyscrapers clawing at the sky. Lex stands amidst the devastation, his silhouette stark against the ravaged cityscape. A grim resolve hardens his features as he surveys the extent of the desolation. His voice cuts through the silence, a promise and a warning intertwined. "It's not over, Anya," he declares, his words echoing in the desolate expanse. "They'll adapt, they'll evolve. This is just the beginning," Lex warns, his eyes fixed on the horizon. Rows of cots fill a makeshift hospital, each holding a wounded survivor, a testament to recent devastation. Medical personnel weave through the wounded, their movements efficient and practiced amidst the chaos. Bandages, starkly stained with blood, tell silent stories of sacrifice and survival under duress. The heavy scent of antiseptic mixes with the metallic tang of blood, creating a sterile yet visceral atmosphere. Despite the evident suffering, a palpable sense of resilience permeates the air, a beacon of hope amidst despair. On a mountaintop, Lex stands silhouetted against the first light of dawn, a solitary figure. The rising sun paints the sky with vibrant hues, casting long shadows across the rugged landscape. His eyes, though weary, reflect a steely resolve as he surveys the panorama before him. A deep breath fills his lungs, the crisp mountain air, a stark reminder of the battles fought. The distant valleys are still shrouded in darkness, hinting at the unknown challenges yet to come. He knows in his soul that the war is far from over, his stance firm and unyielding. The CERN lab pulses with energy as young Dr. Thorne, eyes shining with naive enthusiasm, stares at complex data streams. His fingers fly across the keyboard, inputting commands with feverish speed, driven by the thrill of discovery. The air crackles with anticipation, a sense of groundbreaking achievement hanging heavy in the atmosphere. Unaware of the impending devastation, Thorne's youthful face is alight with passion and scientific fervor. Little does he know, the future consequences of his work will unleash a wave of unforeseen destruction. Inside the cold, metallic bunker, Lex is bathed in the glow of monitor screens, her brow furrowed in concentration. Fluorescent lights cast harsh reflections on the walls as she pores over the latest intelligence reports. A growing unease settles over Lex as she reads the reports. The Noemiks are regrouping. Their forces, she notes with alarm, are now stronger and more numerous than ever before. The weight of the information is palpable in her grim expression as she stares intently at the screen. In the dim, eerie light, Anya hunches over a workbench, a silhouette against the glow of strange machinery. Wires and circuits sprawl across the cluttered surface, a testament to her relentless pursuit of sonic innovation. Her brow furrows in intense concentration as she solders a delicate connection. Each precise movement pushes the boundaries of science, driven by an unseen force. The makeshift laboratory hums with potential, a crucible of ingenuity in the dead of night. Under the scorching sun, Lex leads a scouting mission, their figures small against the endless desert. The landscape unfolds, a desolate expanse under Noemic control, stretching to the horizon. Each step is a calculated risk as they venture deeper into enemy territory. The air shimmers with heat, a silent witness to their daring journey. Dim emergency lights flicker, painting long shadows in the Noemic facility as Lex and her team advance, weapons ready. The air is heavy with the metallic tang of blood, mingling with antiseptic, hinting at unseen horrors. They pass rows of locked doors marked with cryptic symbols, each step deeper into the unknown. Faint whimpers echo, a symphony of suffering underscored by the rhythmic hum of machinery, amplifying the dread. Sunlight glares off massive screens dominating the city streets. The screens showcase propaganda, Noemiks beaming, living in apparent harmony. A broadcast paints a vivid picture of unity, designed to sway public opinion. Smiles, plastered across the screen, mask a deeper, unseen truth. In the dimly lit bunker, weary troops huddle, their faces etched with fatigue and grim resolve. Lex's voice cuts through the silence, a rallying cry against despair. "They want us to believe we're beaten," Lex declares, his eyes blazing with defiance. "But we will never surrender," he vows, igniting a spark of hope in his comrades. Under a dense forest canopy, Lex's team moves like ghosts, their faces grim with purpose. Each member melts into the shadows, their movements precise and silent. They meticulously construct their trap, a deadly web woven into the forest floor. Obstacles are set with care, promising a brutal ambush for the unsuspecting. The air grows thick with anticipation, a silent promise of violence hanging in the trees. They prepare for guerrilla warfare, their resolve hardening in this unforgiving arena. Inside the Noemic command center, Alpha watches Lex, frustration etched on his face. Alpha's eyes narrow, tracking Lex's every move across the monitor. A knot of anger tightens in Alpha's chest as he observes Lex. Alpha's gaze hardens with resolve. He is a persistent threat. Eliminate him. Alpha commands, his voice cold. Dust hangs thick in the bunker's gloom. A single light beam illuminating Anya as she hunches over a glowing monitor. Her fingers dance across the keyboard. Lines of complex Noemic code cascade down the screen. Anya freezes, her breath catching as she spots a subtle anomaly in the scrolling code. Her eyes widen, reflecting the cold light of the screen as the truth hits her with full force. Global domination, Anya whispers, her voice laced with dread. They're not just terrorists. The weight of her discovery settles upon her. They want everything, she says, staring into the digital abyss. Under the cloak of night, Lex leads a raid towards a hidden Noemic city, his silhouette stark against the torchlight. The city unfolds, a vast labyrinth of structures carved deep within the earth, promising untold secrets. Vast infrastructure hums with unseen power, hinting at the advanced technology concealed within. Stores of resources glint in the shadows, promising untold riches and strategic advantage to the invaders. Flickering light reveals the chilling reality of Noemic prison, cold, damp walls stained with despair. The air hangs heavy with the stench of despair and the sharp metallic tang of old blood. Lex moves with grim purpose, a beacon of hope against the brutal backdrop of captivity. Scarred walls and broken tools bear silent witness to the horrors endured within. Hollow-eyed prisoners huddle in their cells, their faces etched with the marks of suffering. Each freed soul is a step towards reclaiming humanity from the depths of Noemic. On a vast mountain pass, a fierce battle explodes between human and Noemic forces, shaking the very ground. Explosions tear through the landscape, sending plumes of smoke and debris skyward. Gunfire echoes through the mountains as soldiers clash, the air thick with the scent of fire and destruction. The fate of humanity hangs in the balance, amidst the chaos of war on the unforgiving mountain pass. In the heart of the Noemic command center, Alpha's intense focus sharpens, his eyes narrowed with determination. Blinking lights and the low hum of machinery fill the air, a symphony of technological power. Alpha stands tall, the weight of the impending confrontation etched into his face. His voice resonates through the command center, a declaration of victory and finality. "This is the end, Cannan. Your resistance is over," Alpha proclaims, his words echoing with unwavering resolve. On a war-torn battlefield, Lex and Alpha stand as opposing figures, their presence commanding amidst the chaos. The air crackles with raw tension as the two prepare for a climactic confrontation, the fate of many hanging in the balance. Lex's gaze is intense, a storm of determination brewing behind his eyes. Alpha mirrors that intensity, a formidable opponent, ready to meet Lex's challenge head-on. Dust swirls around them, a silent witness to the impending clash that will decide their destinies. The world seems to hold its breath, anticipating the first move in this fateful duel. Sweat streaks Lex's face as he navigates Alpha's relentless attacks, each move a testament to years of training. Steel clashes against steel, in a brutal ballet of desperation, the fate of both warriors hanging in the balance. With a surge of raw power, Lex disarms Alpha, leaving his opponent exposed and defeated. The taste of victory is bittersweet as Lex stumbles, his hand instinctively grasping at a bleeding wound. The battlefield blurs as Lex fights to remain standing, the cost of triumph etched in pain across his face. The battlefield, a canvas of destruction, witnesses the fall of Alpha, a pivotal moment amidst the chaos. Noemic forces waver, their lines thinning as despair threatens to engulf them, the tide of battle shifting. Amidst the devastation, a flicker of hope ignites, casting a fragile light across the war-torn landscape. The air vibrates with uncertainty, the aftermath of Alpha's defeat hanging heavy as the battle's outcome teeters. Dawn breaks over the city ruins, painting the sky with hues of hope and resilience as Lex stands, weary but unbroken. Lex surveys the recovering world, a silent promise etched on his face. The first rays of sunlight illuminate the dust-covered buildings, casting long shadows that hint at the battles fought. Though victorious, Lex knows the fight for humanity's future continues, a burden and a beacon. In the pale dawn, Anya hunches over her cluttered workbench, a solitary figure amidst the makeshift laboratory. Her brow is furrowed in deep concentration as she tinkers with a complex device, a beacon of hope. The laboratory is bathed in the first light of day, highlighting her determined face. Anya's relentless efforts hint at the dawn of a new chapter in the protein apocalypse.